Welcome to All Told Easy. Let's talk about the father of modern science, the now famous Italian astronomer named Galileo Galilei. Galileo is most famous for advancing the idea that the Earth revolved around the Sun instead of the Earth being the center of the universe, and for being imprisoned by the Catholic Church due to this belief. Galileo Galilei was born in the city of Pisa in the Duchy of Florence in 1564 in what is now the Tuscany region of Italy. In addition to his work in astronomy, Galileo was a physicist, engineer, inventor, and all-around science badass. Galileo invented a thermoscope, which was a precursor to modern thermometers. He made important discoveries in fundamental and applied science, and designed and made his own telescopes. Galileo was the first person to deduce that craters covered the surface of the moon, destroying Aristotle's claim and the common belief that the moon was a perfect, translucent sphere. Galileo was also the first to discover the 4 largest moons of Jupiter, which are now known as the Galilean moons. He made many other important observations and discoveries about sunspots, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, the Milky Way, and far too many things to discuss in this video. So Galileo was busy doing groundbreaking science and mapping the heavens, and in 1632 he published his book titled Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems, also called his Dialogue. In this book, Galileo argued in favor of heliocentrism as posited by Copernicus in 1543. Heliocentrism is the idea that the planets in the solar system revolve around the Sun, and that the Earth is not the center of the solar system or the universe. Unfortunately for Galileo, the belief that the Earth revolved around the Sun, and was not the center of the universe, was against the common scientific belief of his day. Even worse for Galileo, this was considered heresy by the Catholic Church, who dragged him before their holy court and demanded he recant the beliefs expressed in his book Dialogue, especially heliocentrism. However, like the true boss he was, as Galileo was forced to renounce his belief that the Earth revolves around the Sun, he reportedly whispered, "And yet it moves." Sadly, the Church found Galileo guilty of suspected heresy and sentenced him to house arrest, where he died in 1642 at the age of 77. However, before his death, Galileo published one of his best works, Two New Sciences, which contained his earlier scientific research on kinematics and strength of materials. This book received high praise, including from this guy, who called Galileo the father of modern physics, indeed of modern science. Unsurprisingly, it only took the Catholic Church 359 years to express their regret over how they treated Galileo, which Pope John Paul II finally did in 1992. Of course, Galileo was proven right, and as previously mentioned is now a widely revered figure in the history and development of science. His name adorns schools, a museum, a NASA spacecraft, an airport, and, as previously mentioned, 4 moons of Jupiter. Oh, and his actual middle finger has been on display for approximately 200 years. No joke. This is my very first video, and I'd love to hear any feedback or comments you have below. What topics would you like to see covered in the future? Thanks, and see you next time on All Told Easy.